story. The Wemmicks were small wooden people. All of the wooden people were carved by a woodworker named Eli, and his workshop sat on a hill overlooking their village. Each Wemmick was different. Some had big noses. Some had big eyes. Some were tall. Some were short. Some wore hats. Others wore coats. And all lived in the village. And all day, every day, the Wemmicks did the same thing. Every day they gave each other stickers. Each Wemmick had a box of golden star stickers and a box of gray dot stickers. Up and down the streets and all over the city, people spent their days sticking stars or dots on each other. The pretty ones, the ones with the smooth wood and the fine paint, always got stars. But if the wood was rough or the paint chipped, the Wemmicks gave dots. We'll let them hand out their dots and stars. Dots for the flaws and stars for the perfection. The talented ones got stars too. Some could lift big sticks high above their heads, or jump over tall boxes. Still, others knew big words, or could sing pretty songs. Everyone gave them stars. Some Wemmicks had stars all over them. Every time they got a star, it made them feel so good. It made them want to do something else and get another star. Others, though, could do little, and they got dots. Punchinello was one of these. He tried to jump high like the others, but he always fell. And when he fell, the others would gather around and give him dots. Sometimes when he fell, his wood got scratched. So the people would give him more dots. Then when he would try to explain why he fell, he would say something silly, and the Wemmicks would give him more dots. After a while, he had so many dots that he didn't want to go outside. He was afraid he would do something such as forget his hat or step in the water, and then people would give him another dot. In fact, he had so many great dots that some people would walk up and give him the dot for no reason at all. He deserves lots of dots, the wooden people would agree with one another. He's not a good wooden person. After a while, Punchinello believed them. I'm not a good Wemmick, he would say. The few times he went outside, he hung around other Wemmicks who had lots of dots, and he felt better around them. One day, he met a Wemmick who was unlike any he had ever met. Her name was Lucia. It wasn't that people didn't try to give her stickers. It's just that the stickers didn't stick. Some of the Wemmicks admired Lucia for having no dots, so they would run up and give her a star. But the star would just fall off. Others would look down on her for having no stars, so they would give her a dot. but it wouldn't stay either. That's the way I want to be, thought Punchinello. I don't want anyone's marks. So he asked the stickerless Wemmick how she did it. It's easy, Lucia replied. Every day I go see Eli. Eli? Yes, Eli, the wood carver. I sit in the workshop with him. Why? Why don't you go find out for yourself? Go up the hill. He's there. And with that, the Wemmick, who had no stickers, turned and skipped away. But will he want to see me? Cried out Punchinello. Lucia didn't hear. So Punchinello went home. He sat near a window and watched the wooden people as they scurried around, giving each other stars and dots. It's not right, he muttered to himself, and he decided to go see Eli. He walked up the narrow path to the top of the hill and stepped into the big shop. His wooden eyes widened at the size of everything. The stool was as tall as he was. The hammer as long as his arm. He had to stretch on his tiptoes to see the top of the workbench. I'm not staying here, and he turned to leave. Then he heard his name, Punchinello. The voice was deep and strong. Punchinello stopped. Punchinello, how good to see you. Come and let me have a look at you. Punchinello turned slowly and looked at the large bearded craftsman. You know my name? The little Wemmick asked. Of course I do. I made you. Eli stooped down and picked him up and set him on the bench. The maker spoke thoughtfully as he looked at the gray dots. Looks like you've been given some bad marks. I didn't mean to, Eli. I really tried hard. Oh, you don't have to defend yourself to me, child. I don't care what the other Wemmicks think. You don't? No, and you shouldn't either. Who are they to give stars or dots? They're Wemmicks, just like you. What they think doesn't matter, Punchinello. All that matters is what I think, and I think you're pretty special. Punchinello laughed. Me? Special? Why? I can't walk fast, I can't jump, my paint is peeling. Why do I matter to you? Eli looked at Punchinello, put his hands on those small wooden shoulders, and spoke very slowly. Because you're mine. That's why you matter to me. Punchinello had never had anyone look at him like this, much less his maker. He didn't know what to say. Every day, I've been hoping you'd come, Eli explained. I came because I met someone who had no marks, said Punchinello. I know. She told me about you. Why don't the stickers stay on her? The maker spoke softly. Because she has decided that what I think is more important than what they think. The stickers only stick if you let them. What? The stickers only stick if they matter to you. The more you trust my love, the less you care about their stickers. I'm not sure I understand. Eli smiled. You will, but it will take time. You've got a lot of marks. For now, just come to see me every day, and let me remind you how much I care. Eli lifted Punchinello off the bench and set him on the ground. Remember, Eli said as the Wemmick walked out the door, you are special because I made you, and I don't make mistakes. Punchinello didn't stop, but in his heart he thought, I think he really means it. All right, so they're going to come out and they're just going to sit on the top step here. All right, so let's think about that. Here we have a wood carver. I want you to take a moment. I'm going to give you some think time, and I want you to think of an answer. And when I say go, I want everybody to say their answer really quick. Say your answer and then stop. Okay? Who do you think that wood carver represents in our lives? I'm going to give you some think time. Ready? Go. You guys are so awesome. Yes, for sure. Every single one of these people up on stage, as well as anybody who has ever been in my class before, will know the answer to this next question. But I know that Cornerstone Christian Academy has some super smart kids here. So I think, even if you've never been in my class before, I still think you can answer this next question for me, okay? The question is this. Does it matter? Let me rephrase that. God made us each one exactly how he wants us to be. So if somebody comes up to any of you and makes fun of you or laughs at you or won't let you play, and this is an answer that I want you just to kind of think in your head, what are some things that you can say to them? I want you just to think of that, because I know there's lots of different answers on that one. And then I'm going to tell you what your response is going to be. Okay? So if somebody is laughing at you, making fun of you, think about, what can I say? Think about, in our story, Eli the wood carver said what they matter, or what they say does not matter, because I made you, and I, what is it? Don't make mistakes. I heard some of my former students' voices out there. Awesome, Wesley. I heard you loud and clear. I don't make mistakes. God does not make mistakes. God did not make a mistake when he made you. So our play today is to help us think about accepting each other for who we are, because God does not make mistakes. And when we don't accept others, that means that we're making a choice to not accept God's people as he created them to be. So are we all going to go out there and include everyone and love everyone and encourage everyone? Yeah. All right, awesome job.